Okay, another turn over. It's the end of the 21st of February, the end of turn 8, moving into turn 9, the second last turn. And if I've put yellow markers to show the relevant VP hexes that the Germans have captured. They currently hold, if I'm counting correctly, keep in mind there's one off down to the bottom right of the camera down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is just enough to secure victory at the end of the last turn. If they can keep on to those, they win the game. If they lose one, it's a draw. If they lose two, the Allies win. Now, let me tell you how they've gone about this. We had Kampf Group Gerhardt. They captured this. And then drove up here. This was already captured. There was a lot of fighting around here. There are two VP hexes right next to each other. This is the main sort of road to the north, Highway 71. A lot of back and forth fighting. 34th Division activated pretty early. They captured both VPs. In fact, I think they already held this one, so they captured this one, forced the Germans back. Task Force Gerhardt. Then we had this moving out here. The guards tried to activate. They failed their snafu. Kampfgruppe Lang then tried to activate. They failed their snafu. So we had two of the biggest formations failing their snafus consecutively. We then had Combat Command B, who couldn't do much, and then Kampfgruppe Rhein. You can see these guys. Well, see these guys here. It's basically one infantry battalion with support. That's all there is. These are the guys who lost their Tigers. And they drove, I believe it was Combat Command A, the remnants of them off the map, eliminated the formation. This one little infantry battalion doing a lot of work out here on the right flank, kind of looking to get around the guards here, or at least threaten that right flank. They're now in sort of rough terrain, and still the formation is fresh. It's amazing that after 8 turns, they have not suffered a single fatigue roll. And these guys are launching combat, I think. Yeah, they're infantry. So they're launching regular attacks, which is a 1 to 3 roll, 50% chance of suffering fatigue, and they're just still fresh. It's amazing. Then, I'll look at the left in a moment, but it was one of the last activations, this Kampfgruppe Schutte. They were very, very successful with their infantry combat, just regular attacks with support, with artillery barrage, just having a huge impact. Drove the Americans out of both VP. They got a second activation as well, so they were basically responsible for pushing the Americans all the way back, inflicting a lot of losses on those units. Pushing back CCB headquarters, you can see them there. Really, really hurting 34th Infantry Division and capturing, as I said, that second. They narrowly hold it. I mean, it's not a strong hold. There are two infantry. Oh no, there's armor there as well. But they narrowly hold it. And then we have the situation out on the left. Now, Task Force Velvet, I'll start here. They securely hold this. The Italians just can't punch through, not having much success with their combat. In fact, they failed their snafu, so they didn't even get a combat to correct that. Out here, lots happening. So first division activated early. They tried to come down here. I think they only got a partial activation, so they couldn't do much. DAK obliterated that MiC task force, wiped out all their units basically. There's one more that had to retreat off map. They'll be coming back on in that victory point hex, but you've got the entire DAK task force against what will be one infantry battalion. And that's a VP hex up there. So if they can capture that, that gives them a 10th one. There's also this one out in the open up to the left. You can see the infantry in their trucks. Can they get over there? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think they can reach that as well. If they can get the first activation, they could cut Allied supply up to the northwest. There's not much the Allies can do here. Even if that the 1st Infantry Division shifts out that way, which is a big decision, they would have gone that far. They wouldn't even reach that hex up there. So yeah, DAK just pushing really hard. The combination of infantry and armor and support, and still on 0 fatigue as well, so doing quite good. And yeah, no answer from the Allies out in this area. So as I said, this is the third last turn, heading into the second last turn, and the Germans currently hold exactly what they need to win. If they just hold on to those, great. If they can capture 1 or 2 more, all the more convincing. I don't like their chances of being able to exit all their attack movement units off the map. They haven't quite obliterated the Allies, but it's shaping up to be a victory, but anything can happen, especially out here on the right. This is what worries me. This is where the Allies can really counterattack. You've still got the guards, still pretty healthy. Anything can happen out here. I feel like this situation is securely under German control. This hangs in the balance. So I'll report back as soon as I can.